Hello, welcome to my channel. I hope this finally works. This is like the 5th time I've tried this. I've been playing with all the settings on OBS, and I think I finally have it down. Welcome. So let me turn on some jams. This is Mewmore, the surf remix from Ruby and Sapphire. So welcome to the first video. I've tried to do this video a while. I wanted to do it live, and I wanted to do like a team builder before and then live playing the match. But obviously that didn't work out because, as I told you, OBS was acting funny, and I finally got the settings down, so I think this should work now. But anyway, what this is the Neon Cup tournament. It is a tournament where you just like say 3 numbers, you get a mon attached to like each number. It's totally random, so you don't know what you're gonna get. So the numbers I picked, I got Victini, Araquanid, and Mamoswine. My opponent got Gastrodon, Bisharp, and Magnezone. The thing is, you just have to make a team. Right now it's OU, it's gonna cycle to like UU next week and stuff. You just make a team with those mons and you duke it out, best of 1 game. Whoever wins goes on to the next match. So with my mons, obviously I have Araquanid, and that's like, you know, like a sticky web setter, and like I kind of looked at his team. He already has the Bisharp. He knows I have Araquanid. I'm like, I don't think I want to bring sticky webs because I'm pretty sure he's just gonna bring like a hard counter to it, because that's way too obvious. So other things, I think he might want to bring like a Kartana or like maybe a Mega Pinsir or something that will help out with will benefit from his Magnezone, and maybe like a Heatran or something for defensive synergy with Gastrodon. So I mean, that's just what was going through my head. So I'll just work offline. I made this team, and I just wanted to counter what I was afraid of what he might bring. This was originally a Leftovers Araquanid, but I decided to put an Assault Vest on it because I'm kind of afraid of like maybe a Blacephalon or a Ash Greninja, because I think those could just like, especially Ash Greninja, could really like walk through my 3 mons, and like I definitely needed to bring a counter to it. So Assault Vest on that. Victini was originally Colbur Berry, and I was going to try to catch him on the Bisharp, maybe sucker punching me or trying to pursuit trap me or knock me off, and then like I could just go for a V-Create and he wouldn't kill because I have the Colbur Berry. But I decided to just change this to a Choice Scarf. Mamoswine, I decided to make a Focus Sash lead because I wanted to set rocks. So that was pretty cool that I got a rock setter. And Mamoswine is one of my favorite mods. Actually really sick coverage in OU. Definitely needs to be used more. And actually Pokeaim just started a series, Mamoswine to the top, so I'm really happy he decided Mamoswine because that thing needs more usage. I'm gonna skip Celesteela for a second. I got Zapdos because it would be a good counter to if he brought a Kartana or a Pinsir or a Hawlucha. Basically, like, Zapdos is just a sick wall in general. Speed stat, I believe, outspeeds Jolly Bisharp. I can't remember, but there was a reason I made it that. Mostly just defense. Thunderbolt over Discharge because calcing for like a Hawlucha set and Thunderbolt picks up KOs more reliably, and Hawlucha could definitely just run through my team. I decided I probably wouldn't need a... Well, I didn't want to bring Defog because of Bisharp, and then I probably wouldn't really need one too much. I mean, I probably could have used it, but I decided to bring Toxic over it because I wanted to Toxic his Gastrodon, and I figured a Gastrodon would stay in on a Zapdos and try to Toxic it back, so I brought a Lumberry on it. And Pressure just to Pressure Stall if I really had to do that. Roost, Thunderwave, Thunderbolt, Heat Wave for Kartana and stuff. Pretty basic. Venusaur has really great synergy with it, and Venusaur can also help with any sort of Ashka Ninja, Kartana, basic stuff. Then Earthquake can pick up KO, 2-hit KOs on Magnezone and Bisharp, I believe. And Giga Drain can pick up the KO on Gastrodon. So just really great synergy with Zapdos, and I was like, you know, I like Venusaur. Toxic just to hit the walls, and Synthesis for recovery. And finally, it might surprise you that I brought a Celesteela, because like right there you see a Magnezone, and Magnezone is like a hard Celesteela counter, but it's actually a draw, it's a ploy, it's a Trojan horse. This Celesteela is an Autotomize set, so I wanted to switch it in on something, get the Autotomize. 92, its speed EVs with the Autotomize boost is enough to outspeed a Scarf Magnezone that is timid, and then I can KO it with Earthquake after rocks, Seed Bomb for the Gastrodon, and Heavy Slam for hard-hitting stab. I checked calcs and stuff with like Life Orb, and like I kind of like the Life Orb, but like I didn't have a Z user yet, and I didn't really want residual damage in case like that played into anything, because I don't really have like leftovers, and I don't have Leech Seed or anything on the Celesteela. And I was like, after the beast boosts and stuff, I think Steelium Z would really be great just to like nuke something in case I needed it. So that's my team. Instead of Venusaur, I originally had a Assault Vest Hitmonchan, and I was like, that's probably too crazy. I definitely should not bring that. But then, actually, looking at his team and what he brought, I do think a Assault Vest Hitmonchan actually would have done really well. And like the set I brought on it was like Drain Punch, Mach Punch, Ice Punch, and Rapid Spin. And like he ended up bringing in a Landorus, but which I didn't think he would, because of my Mamoswine. I definitely thought he was going to bring something like a Kartana or something. Chansey's just a fat piece of crap hole, and like the 3 months that he had to bring. So I do think the Hitmonchan would have done really well. So I'm kind of upset I didn't bring it. But I was like, alright, that's a little bit too crazy. So I let off Zapdos here because I thought it matched up really well versus anything, and I thought he was going to lead Kartana, because if I led the Mamoswine and he led Kartana and I was a fool and just tried to set up rocks, he could start getting the beast boost thing going, or like SD on me, and just like didn't want to play around with it. Kind of wanted to save my Mamoswine in case I needed it, because it got like really great, it just hits everything on his team like a truck. So I wanted to save it a little bit later in the match. Heat Wave just in case he stayed in. Didn't want to predict anything too early. Missed a Toxic, that is okay, but Chansey's natural cure, so it's not a big deal. Stealth Rock. Venusaur completely like walls this Chansey. So Seismic Toss is like no big deal. I have Synthesis, and Kartana can't really, I don't know if he like predicted a double or like predicted for me to switch or something, but I'm just gonna stay in there. I'll Giga Drain the Kartana, since it's got like crappy special defense. Even though it's like 4 times resisted, it's still like 3 or 4 hit KO, no big deal. And I'll just stay in Toxic back Chansey, like no big deal. I went into Mamoswine here because I really want to get up my rocks, because I don't want him switching around and stuff. Right there, I decided to switch out because I figured it would be a Choice Scarf Magnezone, and if it was, it would kill me with Flash Cannon, so I switched out to Venusaur just to scout for it. And I know if he stays in Flash Cannons, it's because he's Choice Scarfed, so he would assume he's faster than me. Otherwise, if he wasn't Choice Scarfed, he would absolutely switch out fearing the Earthquake. So I switch in Venusaur to Scout. He goes for the Flash Cannon, so I'm like, okay, he's like definitely Choice Scarfed. So I'm like, Zapdos can eat this hit, and like, it won't kill him. So I can come in Zapdos, I can roost up, and just be back at full. No big deal. So I think I probably just throw off a Toxic or switch into Mamoswine, because I want to get up my rocks. So Seismic Toss, not too big of a deal. I just need I need my rocks up. Because I want to break any sashes and I want to hit the Magna Zone so a Celesteela Earthquake can maybe kill him later in the game. So switch in Zapdos on the Scald on Gastrodon. I maybe should have switched in Venusaur. I can't remember why I didn't, but I think I probably wanted to get Zapdos back up to full, or like just use the tech that I had the Lumberry on it or something. But I think my Venusaur is low, so I need to get it in on something and roost that up. I go for a Thunderbolt on the Magna Zone. So it's pretty just like even right here, working back and forth. I'm going to stay in on the Magna Zone because there's nothing he can do to hurt me. Just trying to like wear each other down a little bit. Probably trying to look for our sweepers. He's probably looking for a Kartana sweep, so he's probably trying to break the Zapdos Venusaur core because he's having a lot of trouble with it. His team really does not go through it well. So right there, I stayed in on the Lando because he can't really hurt me unless he's like Stone Edge or Smackdown or Rocky MZ. And I didn't personally think he was going to be. I thought maybe like Stone Edge, but like not Rocky MZ. So Stone Edge does 48 to me and I get the Toxic off on him. Right here, if I Roost, he can hit me with the Earthquake and that will kill me. Or he can go for the Stone Edge again. And I figured he wasn't Scarfed because he brought like the Scarfed Magna Zone. And I thought like, I think, did he get Rocks Up earlier? I can't remember. No, he got Rocks Up with Chansey. I don't know. Scarf just didn't even occur to me, honestly. But I was like, you know what? I think he's going to Earthquake. So I went for the Heat Wave here. And thankfully he does Earthquake. But then same thing this play. It's like, is he going to do it again or what? So I have another decision to make. Do I Heat Wave or do I Roost? I went for the Roost. He makes a really good play and goes double Earthquake. So I lose my Zapdos, which is a problem because like it really walled his team well. Like Kartana like couldn't break it, and Kartana was a big issue. So Mamswine can come in here and just get a revenge kill with Ice Shard, so I don't have to deal with his Lando anymore. If he wants to defog, he would have to be a defog Kartana, which I'm not sure. I decide to stay in with Mamo and just go for some Icicle Crashes for damage on Gastrodon, so I can come in and revenge kill it with something. Just keep it low so my Celesteela can sweep, or something else can. And I get the double flinch. And right here, I think Earthquake might have been a roll, but I was like, I don't want to go for another flinch. I don't want to risk the miss or anything. I'm just going to Earthquake. If he goes low and lives, which he does, he can just recover off. But that gives me a free switch so I can save my Mamoswine. So those two flinches were pretty nice, pretty big. I don't know if they really changed the fate of the game, but I wanted to get my Venusaur in here so I can also synthesis up because I lost my Zapdos and I really want to have a good switch into Kartana, and him switching into Chansey gives me like pretty much back up to full because Chansey can do nothing to me. The Seismic Toss like does like minimal amount, like I can just synthesis that off. So switches into the Bisharp here. This is why I have the Earthquake, and I can Earthquake to hit KO him. So thankfully he doesn't Iron Head me there. I think Swords Dancing was a misplay. So now he goes for the Iron Head. Thankfully does not flinch me. That could have been really bad. If he did flinch me, I think Araquanid might have been able to come out and live one and KO him back. Or I guess Celesteela might have had to come out. But like, if he flinched me, I would have been in a really, really bad spot. So I'm thankful he didn't. I decide to sack Mamoswine on whatever he wants to do there. If he Thunderbolts, he's locked into that. And if he Flash Cannons, he kills the Mamoswine. But if he Flash Cannons, that also lets my Celesteela in because he can't Thunderbolt me now. And this gives me the chance to Autotomize, which is just sick because there's really nothing on his team that can stop it from this point on. So I have the Seed Bomb for Gastrodon. I have my Z move pretty much just for this Chansey that's switching in. So like as soon as I Seed Bomb here, I'm like, Steelium Z, that'll kill it. But he switches into Magnezone, which is like also fine with me, dude. Like, get all the chip off. Let me get my Beast Boost to get the plus attack. I'm faster than you, so I can Earthquake. That gives me the +1. There's not really too much he can do from this point. Kartana can come out, but like Kartana can't kill me. Probably not even 2-hit kill me. And I get the 2-hit KO with Earthquake, and I'm also faster than it because it's not Scarf Kartana. So Earthquake again there. Lights out for Kartana. I'm at +2. Heavy Slam will be able to kill Chansey. Seed Bomb will be able to kill the Gastrodon. So Autotomize Celesteela sweep. So that was really awesome. It was a really fun match. Blazenix, thank you for the match. Your games, man. So that was week 1. Week 2 will be coming up next week or whenever they decide to advance the bracket. That will be UU, and I will have like 3 UU mons that I have to use, and like they go OU down to Little Cup and then back up to OU. So if I keep going through the cycles, I'll get back up to OU some point. But I plan to do team builders and live matches for the rest of them. Obviously it didn't work it out that way for this, but I hope to have those in the future. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, and if you have any cool teams you want me to use on a live or anything, just post them in the description. Have a nice day.